There's a certain level of understanding people expect when it comes to creating a brand new social media. Especially ones you know children and teenagers are going to use and play. Hi, you should know my name already since you clicked on this video. And judging by the title of the video, you want to hear my concerns about a social game called PonyTown. PonyTown is a game where you can create My Little Pony-styled characters and sit, talk, and even roleplay on or play minigames of your own making. This game has come a long distance since my first join of the game back in mid-2017 in its character creation and overall look, but with the update of those items came some issues. Many issues actually. Miniature disclaimer: there will be mentions of pedophilia, grooming and predators. If you are uncomfortable with this specific topic or are uneasy, you can skip to the timestamp on screen. And I also do want to apologize for the early draft of this video surfacing. I will give you a few seconds to skip. Alright, let's head on to the first topic. It's uncomfortably alarming to see how often players are ousted as pedophile or a groomer or a predator. While most of the players can't tell a difference between a pedophile and a predator, I don't see that as a big issue since it is still an adult attracted to a minor. Though if you were to report these predators and/or pedophiles through the PonyTown email, you are very lucky to get a response, let alone a confirmation of an action being done. To report anyone on PonyTown, you have to have in-game screenshots. Stuff on Discord does not count, and you then have to send them an email. Once you send them an email, they will give you an automatic reply if they got your email. Then you could wait up to months for a response. Said email is also not advertised at all and hidden within the About section of PonyTown's menu and only used for said reporting. This information for the location and reason for the email is only stated in the Patreon supporter Discord that is also incredibly difficult to get into. If you use Twitter, you are far less likely to get any kind of response. This allows predator and pedophilic players to run scot-free for as long as they can without getting caught. There is a server that doesn't allow swearing where minors are forced to stay without lying about their age. On said no swearing server, a ton of children get groomed and preyed upon by the day, which is a huge reason minors lie to get onto 18+. It is genuinely upsetting. The PonyTown moderators also do nothing. They will sit in their spot next to the small pond beside the cafe, ignoring everyone who speaks to them, ignoring when things happen around them. I myself was harassed in front of Mino, who is a mod, and Mino did nothing while being praised at the time for being the best. I don't have any sort of right to speak on this type of topic as I am a white person, but what I do say is repeated by one of my native friends who is able to speak on this topic.
Yeah. So I think I said before, but I don't remember, but the biggest issue with racism on PonyTown is that a lot of the time docs will be having conversations about various subjects they're not really qualified to talk about. A lot of the time it's racism. They'll start off with "I'm white," but then talk over POC or say something racist. Here's only one situation I know of where docs had a conversation about race, and it was mainly non-white people talking about docs' racism, which was a blast.
I am sorry for the sudden voice change. For some reason the original one broke. The staff of PonyTown are not the best in recent years, nor have they ever been. In the past, the creator of PonyTown, Aggie, was outed to be into cub porn. For those who don't know what cub porn is drawn furry porn of baby furches. That sent the community into a hellfire. Eventually the co-creator kicked Aggie off the board of staff. As well as current staff doesn't do anything when it comes to actual issues and instead let their supporters say slurs and harass people, but if a casual player says something innocent they will get muted instantly. The PonyTown staff also is very dismissive and negligent on their own Patreon server. In this server, a friend of mine and a few other players managed to get in it and had brought up concerns with the reporting system and how the game is run. Each time they are either brushed away by staff or told it's not worth your time by other supporters choosing to turn a blind eye to it all. A quote from Samuel Seabury 2003 on October 30, 2022 in the Patreon supporter Discord, who was proven to be a mod. Our mods are working very hard, but there are a ton of reports, and they also have lives, so they're not 100% of the time available. I'm sorry the system isn't perfect yet. We are actively working on improving this by recruiting new mods and are also looking into a system that's better than Discord DMS. I apologize for interrupting, but to my knowledge they had held a staff application contest thing and no one that applied got promoted to mod as far as I am aware. Continuing the quote. Indeed, there is a rule not to post reports in this server. This is not because we don't want to see them, but because if our mods are around they will see their DMS first. Like Mino said, in this particular case, he would have seen the report via DM 2 hours earlier than him randomly checking this chat. So please report via DM or email, and if one mod doesn't respond, feel free to message another, or message again in case it was missed. My friend also has given me these screenshots from a conversation they had about the banning system. The mods that stepped in were very dismissive and even a bit rude about it.
Have a better banning system and a word blocker because I'm tired of transphobes telling me to die and having nothing done about it.
Report people by sending an email to ponytownhelp@gmail.com and be sure to hide them.
That doesn't stop people from making new accounts though, which is the problem. I genuinely think there should be more work put into hiring new and active mods on POT so a proper report system can be put into place, because there's a huge problem and often it takes days to ban someone just for them to come back again. Not mad, but I'm tired of being harassed constantly because of how unregulated PonyTown goes.
The only reason I agree with there being more mods is because I just watched two people argue for like 2 straight hours and they refused to hide each other, and without interference it turned into transphobia and death threats really fast. Like, I don't know, it's probably not my place though to say anything like that, to be honest. I just think maybe a few more mods walking around or being online and accessible is really handy. Or like, a report button. Which I know has been said like a gazillion times already.
The only devs I've ever seen online are people who can't actually ban anyone even if they're literally witnessing someone say they're a proud zoophile. Even if it's not a banning system overhaul, having mods on the server to do direct action would make the server 100% better, even if it's just in major areas like docks, spawn, and the cafe. It'll probably scare people into being less buttheads because from what I know half the people on POT don't even know there is a report system because it's so inaccessible or not shown visibly. I didn't even know there was a report system until a couple months ago and I've been playing since 2016.
I agree a lot. There are a lot of really testy people who think just because they never got banned for saying some awful stuff that they never will get banned. And it creates an imbalance between people who just want to play the game and people who intentionally cause harm to others.
Yeah. Whether it's someone just shutting down bad convos or just observing so people know there's a mod present, people would probably feel like they can get away with a lot less bad things. Because it feels like a lot of the initiative to shut down weirdos has to be taken by the community, which it just gets them in trouble too because it's technically harassment and it doesn't even solve anything really because it circles back to the reporting system.
You can report people via email and we do investigate and ban them for bad behavior. And we do take action against people evading ban with multiple accounts. If you notice a bad argument taking place, you can send a DM to RJ and she will help out if she is around. A mod we recruited a few months ago to answer your question regarding recruiting more mods. Recruitment and training process takes a long time, so we can't take like 10 at once.
I was told we weren't supposed to message the mods directly about these sorts of things. But again, the major issue is the banning system doesn't feel accessible.
You can message them if it's something urgent that is taking place right now. Mods to contact are listed in rule number 3.
Thank you, Chira, for responding. My point was also, like a lot of people like to create a big fuss rather than report, hide, or move on. Not that that's your fault.
An in-game reporting system, while not completely off the table, is not feasible for us at the moment. It'd bring its own issues, such as making it way easier for people to spam false reports for this person disagreed with me act.
I think people make a big fuss because reporting problems doesn't feel accessible, like half the players don't know it exists. What about automated messages that send every hour or so about mini rule reminders with the email attached to them? I know quite a few Minecraft servers do that.
I wish there was a way to filter witches and isn't fake frowny face. I'm sorry this problem is so complicated.
I don't think the banning system needs to be overhauled because I know that's a lot of work. I do think that the email for this stuff needs to be more accessible is what I'm trying to say, because the email also means you have to put in the work to actually fill it out, which in my opinion makes false reports less likely. But not having the email very well known has led to hardly anyone thinking that there's any banning system at all.
I myself was a Patreon supporter of PonyTown. In July 2022, PonyTown decided to very abruptly up the pricing by near double. Because of this, I had went from tier 3 to 2, then to 1. I was then suddenly charged for tier 2 when I was given the rewards for tier 1. PonyTown then refused to refund me because it had been 5 days since the transaction occurred, which to my knowledge is not true, and I am unable to get that money back. Tier 1 used to be 1 USD, now it is 3 USD. Tier 2 was 3 USD, now is 6 USD. Tier 3 was 10 USD, now is 12 USD. Tier 4 didn't exist previously and now suddenly is 24 USD per month. Also, all of their rewards are in-game only. More character slots, more items on the private island, and a different text color. That is it. I will make a part 2 of all the interviews I did, as well as releasing a Google Doc full of said interviews. The interviews were done on PonyTown itself, so a transcript is needed. That is all for this video. I hope you have a good rest of your day and stay safe online.